and welcome back to INMR, or in today's podcast, I'm going to be taking a look at Nottingham Forest defender Murillo and how he can become a world-class defender in the coming years. Murillo's journey from the vibrant football scene of Sao Paulo to the high stakes of the Premier League is a testament to his talent and determination at just 22 years old. Murillo transitioned from a forward in futsal to a central defender, a move that proved pivotal in his career. After making his mark in the Corinthians first team, he caught the eye of several European clubs and ultimately signed with Nottingham Forest for €12 million. He's adjusted well to English football's intensity and style and secured a regular spot in Forest defence this season. So today we're going to have a look at what's made him so good this season and why he is going to be a world-class defender in years to come. Murillo is not a traditional no-nonsense centre-back. He is known for his strength in tackles, but he also boasts a good passing range. As a predominantly left-footed defender, he's a valuable asset in a market scarce of quality left-footed centre-backs. Murillo's defensive contributions, passing accuracy and physical presence have been crucial for Nottingham Forest this season. Despite the team's overall struggles and potential relegation issues due to the points deduction, Murillo's performances have been the silver lining, demonstrating his potential to play at the highest levels of European football. Murillo's overall footballing qualities make him a comfortable left-sided central defender and the most prevalent member of Forest defensive line in Nuno's 4-2-3-1 setup. His defensive positioning has benefited from an incredibly supportive double pivot, with the likes of Ryan Yates and Danilo dropping into the defensive line when out of possession. Murillo also maintains the ability to drift further wide as a true left centre-back, often comfortable in a back three when left-back Toffolo or Aina advances along the wing to double up in the attacking third with Hudson-Odoi. However, his physical profile may come as a surprise when comparing the Brazilian to some of the other leading central defenders in Europe. He is only 5'10", but makes up for his height with incredible power and strength. In fact, Murillo's stocky build can be deceiving in many ways, as he also covers ground at an impressive speed and has the ability to fly around the pitch. Forest boss Nuno Espirito Santo has prioritised the low block defensive style in the aim to soak up pressure and be a significant threat on the counter. Their conservative but frustrating defending is highlighted by their passes per defensive action in the Premier League this season. They've got a league low of 17.2, which suggests they're more than comfortable avoiding the high press to instead return to that compact defensive shape. And credit to their defensive style would be the fact that Forest have conceded the least amount of goals from counter-attacks this season, giving up only a 0.05 xG per 90. The arrival of Murillo has helped with the defensive improvement for Forest this season, but things still haven't been perfect. They've still managed to concede 58 goals from just a 42.4 xG, which is a huge underperformance which left them dangerously close to relegation this year. Murillo's defensive style differs depending on the tactical setup deployed around him, which makes him a valuable asset because he can be moulded at such a young age. While starting his career at the Corinthians, we saw Murillo be much more aggressive and proactive in his defending, often breaking the lines to engage in duels within the middle third, to regain the ball higher and launch a counter. Whereas in the Premier League, we've seen that when he's done this and been over-aggressive, it's actually been an area of weakness for Forest in which opponents have been able to exploit. So in this sense, he's been forced to adapt. It's been impressive to witness the defensive intelligence that Murillo holds in his first full season of professional football. His defensive know-how was on display against West Ham when he was able to hold his own against Antonio. In this picture you can see Murillo was able to hold his ground and identify Antonio's tendency to shift inside and managed to hook the ball away from danger. Murillo's recorded 6.07 clearances per 90 in the Premier League this season, which puts him in the top 3% for that metric. From this stat, it is evident that Forest are incredibly reliant on Murillo. One area for development would be his ability to win aerial duels. A huge factor in why Forest have been conceding goals this season is because they've been beaten in the air quite often. This isn't entirely Murillo's fault, but Forest have conceded 21 league goals from set pieces. In a team lacking height across the defensive line, Murillo has won just 45.6% of his aerial duels this season, which makes him one of the league's most underperforming central defenders in that department. However, what Murillo fails to provide in the air is more than made up for by his impressive talent with the ball at his feet. Aside from solid defending, the main aspect in which Murillo excels would have to be his progressive play and comfortability with the ball at his feet. Like a lot of the elite modern-day central defenders we've seen across Europe, Murillo has the ability to switch the play in an instant with a great passing range to get his team out of danger. When receiving the ball in the initial phase of play, we often see Murillo distributing long with either a straight pass towards the left channel or playing a diagonal long ball to find runners in behind. In the match against Tottenham, we see Murillo pick out Olaena on the left flank, receiving the ball in his stride to be able to break into the opposition penalty area. Murillo can remain progressive despite his team's negative style, with his 10.52 long passes attempted per game, going hand in hand with his 0.38 passes into the penalty area per match. One thing that makes Murillo so unique would have to be that despite playing in central defence, he displays impressive control and flair when dribbling with the ball. When he's not breaking the lines, Murillo's often driving into space, drawing defensive attention and creating passing lanes. Murillo ranks within the 97th and 96th percentile for attempted take-ons and successful take-ons per 90, highlighting his capabilities in attack which he developed as a youngster in Brazil. In their cup match against Bristol City, Murillo's direct approach was able to influence the offensive positioning of his Forest teammates, with left-back Toffolo inverting while Hudson-Odoi maintained width, giving his side an inventive alternative method to break down the opposition. Murillo's ball carrying complements his team's most profitable method of attack, using his explosive movement to evade pressure and get his team up the pitch quickly. Nottingham Forest this season have the third greatest direct speed of attack in the Premier League of 1.96 metres per second, with their greatest attacking success coming from a 0.19 xg from counter-attacks per 90. It was imperative for Murillo to quickly shift the ball away from the Newcastle forwards and spark a quick transition up the pitch when they faced off in the Premier League, highlighting his comfortability when having to bypass a relentless press. In this picture on screen, you can see two players making the run towards him there, but he just takes it on the back foot, goes through the both of them and then drives forward. While Nottingham Forest face challenges in the Premier League, Murillo's trajectory suggests a bright future. His versatility and skill make him a standout player, and in my opinion, it won't be surprising to see him attract interest from some top European clubs in the future. This summer, he's linked with moves away to clubs like Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and a few more for around £50 million, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen. That is where I'm going to end today's podcast, but there's plenty more you can go and watch. For extra content, be sure to check out my website. Over there you can read match reports, analysis pieces, interviews and so much more. Just search inmrfootball.co.uk to access that, or click the link in the description. And if that's not enough, there's even more on both X and Instagram, so be sure to follow INMR on both of those platforms. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next one.